Hi, welcome to the F1 Time Portal, a Formula One history podcast by a couple of friends that love Formula One. I'm your host, Rosa.
And I'm your Golden Years host, Luigi. And today we're rating drivers from 1976 for our special series, the Time Portal Championship. So let's go.
Okay, well, before we get on to your... Is that a song? Did you choose another song? Okay, all right. Well, before we get on to that, we have to say hello to Andrew, who's with us. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, guys. Good to be on again.
Yes, thanks for coming back. Do you remember the last episode you were on last year? Do you remember?
Oh, I think it was 72, so that was 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Okay.
He's on the Olympic time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Olympic routine.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was a while ago since we recorded that, I reckon. So
Yes, we've had a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to every time Andrew's on. He always has stats that we don't know, Luigi.
I know. So
Being a little bit vulnerable.
I've got some good ones this time too. So look forward to that.
He always shows us up. All right. Well, tell us about your song, Golden Years, did you say?
Come on. Yeah. It's a well-known big song.
Yeah, it is a big song, but I don't
Andrew,
know.
You know the song? You know the song, Andrew?
Now, do you want to sing a little bit for us?
No, I'm not going to sing it, no.
who was the artist?
David Bowie.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Golden Years from David Bowie, yes.
Yes,
I do know that one.
And these are, I think these are sort of the golden years of Formula One. Like this is...
Oh, that is
the attendances at these races are matching the attendances we're getting today today being 2025, the post Drive to Survive boom. Yes. And they had those numbers back in 76. So I'm calling these the golden years.
The racing was so much better though. Like even when some of the books we read say that, opposite lock was happening and everyone was just sort of sliding around corners. It must have been like awesome.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Now.
Yeah. Do you reckon it was the attendances was because people had nothing else to do as well?
Possibly.
They had a lot of paperwork to do.
Yeah, probably. Yes, I agree. Yeah. There's no AI back in those days, so you had to do everything.
Spreadsheets, no SAP, or whatever software programs accountants use in your worlds.
Well, I was actually thinking about that, like the timekeepers at these races. Yes. Even some of the qualifying times were to thousandths of a second, but was that electronic in 76 or?
No, actually, I think it is in 76. I think
it was 70. Was it 74 that Longines started?
Yes, but before then it was wives and girlfriends that did it, just on
with a stopwatch. Yep.
Yeah.
But someone's obviously recorded it because you can look it up online and it's all there for posterity.
It's it's interesting and I hope I'm not giving anything away for our listeners, but telemetry comes in 77. So we're very close to having all of that data start to inform decisions about cars and when they've got to stop and tyre wear and all of that stuff. So you're right, Luigi, this is the golden years of Formula One where tyres just burst just out of nowhere.
Yeah. and if you let your teammate through, you made that call yourself as a driver.
Exactly.
You may have talked about it in advance, but probably not by the sounds of it, I think. But
and if you had an accident with someone, it was an accident. That's all it was. It wasn't to take anyone out.
That's right. There wasn't an inquest into every accident over social media.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, or there is inquests in 76, but we'll get to that. Yeah. Seems like
I read some of that. That took a long time to be resolved as well. So,
Well, we've got a lot of races to do. So,
I know.
Yeah.
It's me. Am I doing race one?
You are.
All right. So race one, we're in Brazil. While Lauda was the early pace setter, it was Hunt who secured pole by just 0.02 of a second. Jarier was third. At race start, a new lighting system was used, which enabled Regazzoni to jump into the lead. He led Lauda, Hunt, Brambilla and Jarier. By lap 9, Lauda took the lead while Jarier was on a charge and after a battle passed Brambilla and then passed Hunt, who had an engine issue. Jarier also set the fastest lap and closed the gap to Lauda from 6 seconds to 2 seconds. He's in the shadow, isn't he, Louis?
Yeah,
This
he
is
is.
when an oil slick emerged on the track from Hunt from a previous minor off. Lauda saw the slick, avoided it, and kept going. Jarier did not and spun out of the race. Lauda wins, Depailler second, 21 seconds behind. Price third, Stuck fourth from 14th on the grid. Over to you, Andrew.
All right. So going third to first. So I gave, is it Depailler? I gave him my third place. Could have given it to several drivers, but he ended up second. So he deserves some points. I gave Jarier second, 6 points, mainly because he was pretty fast and he injected some excitement into the race and also took the fastest lap. I don't normally like giving drivers points for having a collision, but he did.
No, I thought that
he
was
did spin
very
out on someone
unusual.
else's oil, so, and a few others did as well. So maybe I was just being generous there. And Niki Lauda won the race comfortably, and although challenged, potentially, well, it's hard to know, but maybe he had more pace up his sleeve as well. So I gave him the 8 points.
I did think that you were rewarding some mediocrity there, actually, Andrew. I mean, an oil slick. How can you not avoid an oil slick? Other people did. Lauda avoided it.
Well, maybe I didn't think anyone else deserved the points, Rosa.
Okay.
So let's see what you guys come up with, and we'll.
But Depailler's good because he actually he qualified 9th. So 9th to 2nd. That's a good. I agree with you there.
Yeah, and in Andrew's defense, Andrew always has. Every time I think, oh, can I get Andrew on this? Oh, damn, that driver. He retired on lap 33 out of 40. He got further in the race. Jarier, he got to lap 34 out of 40. Damn. You know, it's like he's covered off those loose ends. Yeah, he's covered his base as well, so he can't be attacked. So well done. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did get to lap 33 out of 40, and he was driving a shadow. So
yes.
You know, and he was probably the closest to anyone else of winning the race.
Yeah. Well, my third place I actually gave to Hunt. I felt like he was a solid second until he had car issues, and he pulled off the road right away when he saw that he was trailing an oil slick. So that's good for him to do that. And I'm acknowledging, and he was like, what is it, lap 30? I said lap 33 out of 40. So he was most of the way there. He should have come second, I think. So that's why he's third in my TP. I put Lauda in second. Strong race win. I'm going to say something that won't make sense, but it will make sense when I give you the winner. 40% was good skill to see the oil slick. So that's why he gets second place, and that'll make sense when I explain first. First place I gave to Jarier. So
what?
He should have got pole. Once he passed Brambilla and Hunt, he closed the gap to Hunt down. He closed the gap down to Hunt from 6 seconds to 2 seconds. Remember, he's in a shadow, right? He was caught out by the oil slick, and I'm making a judgment call that it was 60% bad luck, 40% the skill of Lauda to avoid it. So that's why Lauda gets the 40% for second. He was unlucky 60% to have been caught out by it. Hence, I'm giving Jarier the win because I think he would have won the race in a shadow. And plus, he got the fastest lap. So it was a close call between Jarier and Lauda.
Andrew, do you want to go first,
I
or do
would
you want me to go
support.
first?
Oh, come on.
No, I
that
support.
was very well argued.
Absolutely support Luigi's picks there. So
No way,
There
Luigi.
you go. And I did not talk to Andrew in advance.
You can talk for another 27 minutes and I still won't think that's good justification for putting Jarier ahead of Lauda. He should have got pole. Okay, good on you. So should have a lot of other people. I don't understand why.
He's in the 2025 equivalent of a Haas.
Yeah, this is the race where they did scrubbing tyres and full fuel loads and he came fastest. And even during the race review, we said there's no way he was on a full fuel load with those times.
I know, but that was just that was a side thing. That was not material. That was just like a practice session.
40. You reckon?
Arguably his best race ever. Like he did have some podiums, I think, in his career, but I'm not sure he would have been that close to the lead.
And in Jarrier's defense, even more so, he didn't know that Lauda was in an unbelievable purple patch. He was in a dominant car, dominant driver, and he nearly took him out.
Okay, he has 0 wins and 3 podiums in his whole career.
All right. Well, I reckon you should give us your tips before.
All right. One more
criticise our
thing.
tips.
You reckon that Lauda was 40% skill in avoiding the oil slick and 60% luck.
Look, in the race review, I may have said it the other way around.
All right. Okay. Well, for my third, I went Hunt. It's his first pole position, so I thought that was a good thing to recognise. He recovered from a bad start. The sequence was bad. No one actually knew what was going on. No one had done that, and he had a big wheel spin. But car trouble ended his race. He went off because his something stopped working.
I think he went back to 7 cylinders as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
that's why he drove a lot of the race on 7 cylinders.
That's right. So I think he should have actually won. He would have finished second, I thought.
But I think missing the start is not an excuse for him because it pretty much happened at every race.
I agree. I think everyone. Oh no, every race. Yeah, no, not every. Well, maybe he's not a good starter.
It's an exaggeration, but he's sort of right. But yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to go 1 and 2 now because I know there's going to be lots of arguments about 2. So number 1, I've given it to Lauda. He had a great win. That's all I've said. I don't know. I think he won it comfortably. Yes, he was challenged by a shadow and then he won. So I gave it to Lauda. For my second place, I gave it to Price in the other shadow. He's
okay.
Qualified 12th and he's finished 3rd. He's actually finished the race. He didn't get caught by an oil slick.
And because he was so far behind, the oil was probably dried up by then.
Yeah.
He qualified 12th.
12th, yes. And he finished
2
3rd.
seconds behind his teammate in the same car.
Okay. I know. And he finished 3rd, Andrew. He finished 3rd,
Wow.
only 2 seconds behind Depailler.
No wonder she was having a go at our selections, Luigi.
Yeah, she knew this was coming. Look, I think it's an honourable mention though, but I would have put Hunt ahead of Price if you were going to put Price in there at all. But Price was outpaced by his teammate, like clearly. So I think you could have put Jarrier
only because
third in place
Price
of Price.
cheated with his pole position times, his qualifying times.
Who cheated?
It wasn't a cheat. It was just, it was like, you know how some teams do light fuel loads just to get headlines? It was like that.
Yes.
It didn't count.
Oh, okay.
It didn't count. Remember, it was like...
maybe sponsorship or after sponsorship or something.
Yeah, Shadow, come on. Cut them some slack.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought...
Probably the only ones that didn't have a cigarette company sponsoring them back in those days.
Probably. Shadow. I don't know. Who was their sponsor? I do like that car. All right. Well, after a controversial first race, we have Lauda in the lead on 22 points, Jarrier second on 14, and Hunt third on 8.
Okay. And I was going to look up the Shadow car to see what it looked like in 76 to see what this was. It doesn't look like they had much in sponsorship. It's hard to tell. No, it's hard to tell.
I might even have a die-cast model of it somewhere. But
Yeah, you probably do, Andrew.
Maybe Valvoline is on there and Tabatip. That sounds like a betting company.
Right.
Anyway, okay.
No way.
So we're up to the second race. We're up to the South African Grand Prix. Hunt secured pole by 0.1 seconds ahead of Lauda. That's his second in a row. Next few positions on the grid were Watson, Mass, Depailler and Brambilla. Race was not noteworthy for Peterson having left Lotus after the first race to join March. At race start, Hunt got too much wheel spin, so Lauda charged into the lead. Hunt fell back to 4th, as Brambilla and Mass took 2nd and 3rd. By lap 5, Hunt had moved up to 2nd after some aggressive door slamming by Brambilla. Race was quite processional for the main, except with 15 laps remaining, Lauda had some handling issues plus a deflating rear tyre. So Lauda's 10-second lead was quickly dropping, and with just 2 laps to go, Hunt was only 2 seconds behind Lauda. It was very exciting. However, Lauda held on to win by just 1.3 seconds. Hunt was 2nd, Mass 3rd, Jody Scheckter 4th. and Brambilla had handling issues and fell back to 8th. Peterson was up to 4th on his return to March, but was taken out by Depailler during the race. So over to you, Andrew, your top 3 and
All right.
why.
So third place I went to Jody Scheckter, came from 12th to 4th. He was the last car on the lead lap. I could have given it to Mass, but I felt like Mass was probably in the better car, so I went for Scheckter. Second place to Hunt. I thought he had his opportunity once he got into second, but wasn't quite good enough. And Lauda for the 8 points, controlled the race and won despite having issues near the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got nothing. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
I think Mass would feel a little bit hard done by, but,
Oh, he'll get over it.
No, but I kind of agree with Andrew. Musk qualified. He qualified 4th and he finished 3rd. So, I mean, it was what he should have been doing in that car, whereas...
whereas Scheckter did catch up a lot.
Well, I think the other thing is that, Mass finished 45 seconds off the lead, so he finished 45 seconds behind his teammate pretty much in the same car.
Yeah.
Which is a long way. That's...
that's a shellacking.
Lap.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got 2 drivers in 3rd, and I'm starting to respect what Rosa calls I have to give equal points, so I've done that. So good. Peterson, while he retired, he did a good move to leave Lotus and join March. Although, having said that, I know in hindsight, Peterson makes a lot of moves that don't quite go well, and this sort of is one of them. But he got up to 4th before he was taken out by Depailler. So I thought it was more like the drama behind the scenes in leaving a team after just one race, right? And still being competitive and right up there. And it looked like he made a good move at that stage. Brambilla also equal 3rd. He finished 8th, but it's because he gave this boring race some excitement and he made it really hard for Hunt to pass him. And that really annoyed Mike Lang, the author of the Grand Prix book series that we use as one of our primary references. So just for giving the race a bit of life. And second, Hunt, strong second place, got pole and a good chase down at the end. And Lauda, lead from start to finish, set the fastest lap and managing car issues. So very impressive. So I think first and second is pretty locked in for me. The others are more entertainment points.
I'm not sure about Brambilla, but I was looking up on the internet, and apparently his nickname was the Monza
the gorilla. The gorilla.
Brambilla, the Monza gorilla.
Yeah, the Monza gorilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently
and I'm not sure, are you giving
aggressive.
Peterson points for making the move to a different team or for his race? Because he only lasted 15 laps. I know he got taken out, but...
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm just acknowledging that it's not often a driver. After one race, you just say, no, this team's not for me. Like just one race. So, and, he was up there. He was suddenly up there because in that first race with Lotus, wasn't he 19th or something?
Yeah.
So it seemed like a good move and I'm just giving him credit for that. So I know...
He wanted to leave in 75 though, and Chapman talked him out of it. So it's more than one race. It was a year and a race.
Yeah, I know, but he made the call after one race.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what contracts were ripped up or what egos were broken, but yeah, it's more the timing of the event than the race itself, admittedly.
And Lotus were pretty rubbish at the start of the year. They improved near the end, I think, had a couple of wins, or at least Andretti won the race.
I think Andretti does some good stuff at the end. All right, well, I actually also gave Brambilla my 3rd place, Louis. But I had a different reason to you. Andrew's just about...
Mamma mia, what's going on here?
Well, I just thought, I reread our race review and I think he just challenged the top runners really well in a he's in a march, isn't he? So, I think he shut the door on Hunt. He was aggressive against someone else. I can't remember now, but I just thought, wow, he's challenging the top runners. And it's a pity he had car troubles in the end. I think he would have challenged him a bit more. He qualified 5th, so,
he was up there.
0.5 of a second behind Hunt. So not too far off. So, I gave him that. I've put Hunt 2nd, like both of you, and I've put Lauda 1st, like both of you. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. I mean, your Brambilla point's probably more valid than mine. to be honest.
All right. So after 2 races, we have Lauda in the lead on 46, Hunt now on 26, Jarier on 14.
Okay.
Over to race 3, United States West. So this is Long Beach, the first time at this track, and many drivers struggled to come to terms with the unusual and dusty layout. In the end, it was Regazzoni who secured pole after Ordetto perhaps suggested to Lauda that he should win this race. But it was his first pole in 2 years, followed by Depailler, Hunt and Lauda. At race start, Regazzoni took an immediate lead that he would not lose. Depailler and Hunt had an early incident in which Hunt felt Depailler ran him off the track, thus causing his retirement. Depailler spun, unrelated, and fell back, allowing Lauda into second and giving Ferrari a very comfortable 1-2 win. Depailler fought back to third place, while the remaining places were completed with Lafitte in the Ligier, fourth, Mas fifth in the McLaren, and Fittipaldi getting the first points for his brother in the Fittipaldi team. All up, a boring race. Andrew, give us your exciting tips.
All right. So I went Lauda for the 4 points. I just said not his best race, but scored some important points. Depailler second, 6 points. And even though it was a bit of a messy race, he spun, had a collision with Hunt, but still fought back to second. And Regazzoni for the 8 points pretty much did the clean sweep. So pole, win, fastest lap, and led every lap.
You gave Depailler for spinning and colliding and taking another guy out.
Yeah. Yep. I did.
I support it. I support that position.
I wonder why, Louis.
Well, it said he was having issues with his brakes. He got a little sideways,
These things happen. It's racing.
Was this the one where Hunt got out of the car because it was undrivable, but after the race, they drove it back to the pits? So,
could have
maybe
kept
it was
going.
just a racing accident and, Hunt just had a bit of the red mist.
Yes. And then the red mist lasted all the way up until the press conference, because he walked into the press conference and had a rant at Depailler in front of all the cameras as well. So
I guess
really
back in those days, you probably couldn't view the replay or anything like you can now.
No, I looked for it. So hard. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, a lot of it's on your memory, isn't it? and
maybe
the fans on that corner,
That's right.
There was some footage, but not much. And like you said, replay. What's that? Is all live broadcasting
nothing on YouTube
and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
So my top 3 was exactly the same. I put Lauda boring second place for third, just a steady result. He was like, I didn't realize he was 40 seconds behind Regazzoni. So yeah. Depailler second. The reason is not just that he came a strong third, but I like how he shut the door on Hunt and is not afraid to be a bit pushy. And so while he caused his own spin, he made up for it and worked his way back up to third. So he solved his own sort of problem. And I was glad to see that. And Regazzoni, first pole in 2 years, fastest lap, led all the way. One of the very, very rare times that Regazzoni just got the upper hand over Lauda. So, yeah, nothing controversial there, I think.
Not from my perspective.
Yeah, I was going to say, Andrew, do you want to go first, or you're all good?
No, I'm 100% agree. Doesn't happen often, but
yeah, very rare.
Well,
here we go.
I left Depailler out. Yes, I left Depailler out of my points. Look, and maybe you have triggered a memory there, Louis, because I think was Andrew. He was having trouble with his brakes, and that may have caused him to spin out, which is not his fault. So, an honourable mention. But in my third spot, I had Lafitte, 12th to 4th. Good result for him. No spins, didn't ruin anyone else's race. So I put Lafitte there. I put Lauda second, and I put Regazzoni first.
I can live with that. It's like, I think Depailler would be a little bit upset by it, but that's all.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I probably should have shared second place with Lauda with him for him, but I didn't. I forgot that it was the brake issues. I thought he just spun and took Like, I thought it was just during one of the shut the door incidents that he hit him. So,
yeah. Okay. But Lauda, you're putting Ferrari 1-2 though. I mean, Lauda, he was so far behind Regazzoni. I think you could have, you've rewarded Lauda a
40
little bit more than
40 seconds in the same car.
I'm just saying that might be a little bit Ferrari-ish is what I'm suggesting.
okay. I'll cop that.
Yeah.
In my notes, I've actually put Regazzoni, how much did Aldetto have to do with that win for him? But what could he have done, really? I don't think he could have done anything.
Yeah, Lauda's not going to let him win by 40 seconds if he didn't want him to,
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No. All right. So after 3 races, Lauda is on 60 points. Hunt is still on second on 26 points, and Regazzoni is third on 24 points.
Now, I don't know, just for the record, I don't know this TP result. And in the last race review, I predicted Lauda would win this TP championship. So I'm so curious to see what happens, just like in the real race season, So, yeah, it looks like the same pattern. Lauda pulls away, builds up a big lead. But Hunt's surprisingly up there in this one.
He is, yes.
Hunt doesn't land it as much in the early part of the season.
No.
So up to the 4th race, Spanish Grand Prix. So this is the debut race of the Tyrrell 6-wheeler. Also the intro of the new regulations, i.e. no high air boxes. And this was that stupid race where they said Friday practice session, if you got a high air box, the times won't count. But on Saturday, when you don't have it, it's all good. So, yeah, I don't know why they did that, but whatever. Qualifying, Hunt was in pole, followed by Lauda and the rest. Lauda was racing with 2 broken ribs after a tractor accident at home on his farm. So at race start, he was wearing a corset, if I recall. At race start, Lauda outdragged Hunt to take the lead, and he held the lead for about 30 laps when pain from his ribs compromised his racing. Hunt then pulled away, and even Mass passed Lauda. Mass retired with engine issues, leaving Lauda a safe second as Hunt won easily. Then Hunt was disqualified for his car being 1.8 centimetres too wide, but this took place, 2 months later? He was reinstated as the winner. So Hunt wins. Lauda second, Nielsen in the Lotus third, Reutemann in the Brabham fourth, and the rest. This is where it gets interesting. How do we read that whole cancellation back again routine?
Why have a rule about the width of a car if you're not actually going to rule with you're not going to make decisions about that rule? Like, it's ridiculous. I think McLaren's argument was that it was minimal and it had no impact. Then don't set it at 1.8, set it at 3, set it at 5, set it at whatever it is that makes it actually illegal. It was ridiculous.
Okay,
well, I think it was illegal at the time, and then what was the reason for reinstating him later? Because when Ferrari got upset about that as well, didn't they, at the time?
Yes, Ferrari lodged the complaint. Ferrari.
I want to change my picks now because in the race review we talked about it at length, and I had a different position. And it's funny how when you dig deeper and really dig deeper in the race and have a conversation, and you have a different position. So. Yeah, I think I would change mine if I could, but I sort of can't. So anyway, Andrew, over to you. Your top 3 and why.
All right. Well, I realise now that I could have given Mass points, but I didn't. Not for the first time I've missed him, but I gave...
Second time.
I gave Nielsen third place because he did finish third in the underwhelming Lotus. And I gave Lauda second. Courageous race with his broken ribs. And that's not the first time this year that I'll say he's driven a courageous race, mind you. And Hunt took the pole, eventually took the win after 2 or 3 months. So belatedly gets the 8 points.
I can't believe you gave Hunt the win, Andrew. That decision by the officials was incorrect.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that, even though I'm disagreeing with myself. Because the rules are the rules.
You just wait, Louis. I'm heading to you.
I don't think. But eventually, he was reinstated because they argued that it didn't make any difference.
But so why set the rule at it being illegal if you just can argue and say it didn't make a difference?
So he won the race by half a minute. I don't think a car being 2 centimetres wider than another car is going to pick up half a second.
Matter. It's like the floor, like Charlie's floor was 0.1 of a millimeter or whatever it was too thin. It doesn't matter. It's the rules.
But it wasn't the rules. They appealed and that got reinstated. So he wasn't disqualified and he won the race.
But I agree with Rosa. Like, think of the F1. Think of the track limits rule where you have to have a part of the wheel on the white line, right? And it's like, oh, you were just 0.5 millimeters out. How many laps have we seen written off where drivers would have got pole and suddenly they're seventh, or they didn't get into Q3
because they broke the rule.
Well, Hunt broke this rule. He broke the rule.
He broke the rule.
There's a line in the
reinstated. So they must have argued very, very well to get it reinstated.
Yeah.
Appeal. Anyway, they're my points. So I'm sticking with them.
They're your points, and yes,
Maybe it might make the difference at the end. You never know.
It might, and I'll have deep regret because I'm on Rosa's side, but I've made almost the same picks as you, Andrew. So I had Mass in third.
Oh, except you actually recognise Muss.
Yeah, I recognise Mas.
He's been ignoring him.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
I can see why he's ignoring him, though, because he's being beaten by his teammate pretty convincingly.
Smashed
yeah,
every
so
time.
I get why Nielsen probably deserves that spotlight opportunity because it's not often he'll be there. So, Matt, he should have come second but had car issues. I'm trying to see what lap he retired on, lap 66. That sounds like towards the end of the race. Yeah, out of 75.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the poor guy. Lauda, second place. He did well to finish second despite the rib pain. And yeah, I think if I had my time again, I'd still recognise Hunt's drive, but I'd probably switch the two around and put Lauda in first and Hunt in second. But what I wrote at the time was pole and solid win for Hunt. Also had to go, this is going to sound funny, had to go through the stress of an appeal.
Yeah,
imagine what they would have done for his mental health.
His mental health. He probably had to smoke a couple of packs of cigarettes to cope with that.
Extra a day. Yep.
So I can't change it, can I, Rosa? It's locked in because that's what I wrote.
No. Okay. And when I was adding these up and I had to look, I was like, Luigi, I am coming for you, man.
Yeah.
And then I saw Andrews and I was like, right.
Well, I'm interested to see whether you've given him any points. Because
I haven't. I've left.
Travesty if you gave him 0.
I gave him 0. I left him out.
Can I just say before you do yours, Rosa, the difference between Andrew and I is that if it goes to court, I will get a softer sentence from the judge because I'm showing remorse. Andrew is digging in. He's going to do jail time. Is all I can say.
It did go to court, and I won. All right.
The tribunal considered that the 1.5 was minimal. I don't understand. It's still outside of the rules. For me, don't make the rule if you're not going to uphold it. So, look, maybe a bit harshly, and I take your point, Andrew, I maybe should have put Hunt in there because he did win the race on the track on the day. He won the race. Instead, I've put Reutemann in there.
Oh, my goodness. What the? Reutemann.
In third. And, I had to scratch around. It wasn't easy to find someone else to give points to in
I
this
see, because you pretended Hunt's not even there because Reutemann finished fourth. Okay, I get it.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Reutemann finished fourth. I've actually put third in my notes, but it's actually fourth, sorry. So, yeah, and he was in that Brabham, which was crap at this point in time. He had that Alpha
Brabham
engine that was too heavy and so, good on him, 12th to 4th. He qualified 12th. I've put Nielsen in second. Good result for this Lotus, so similar to Andrew, but I've upgraded him a spot. And then I've given Lauda the win. Lauda won this race. Okay, he won it because of a rule that he should have kept the win. It was a weak decision by the officials to grant a leave pass for being outside of the recommended width of the car. My stance.
All right. You've heard me use this term before, rewarding mediocrity. I hope it's not the last time. I hope it's the last time I have to use it.
Well, but is the mediocrity on the McLaren designers for making a car that didn't fit the rules?
Picking Reutemann for 4 points.
You've rewarded a rule breaker.
All right. I'll take this on notice.
Yeah.
And any time that you pick something later that's a little bit out of the spirit of the rules,
Oh gosh, this is gonna be.
we'll definitely be picking you up.
One thing I know about Andrew and our relationship, my relationship with Andrew, is that Andrew will die on a hill before he admits that I have actually made a point that's worth recognising. So that's okay. I'm used to it.
Okay.
All right. So in first place is Lauda on 80 points. Hunt is on 42 points in second place. And Regazzoni is third on 24 points. Okay. Louis, are you still there? Hello.
I'm still there. Yes, I'm still here. And I think that's a wrap for this first part of Rosa.
Yeah, I think so. I think that there was enough controversy in that one.
Yes.
We might wait.
We're ending on the beginning of the fiery nature of this season.
While we're still friends and can still talk to one another. All right. Well, we'll see you all next time for part 2. Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye.